Good afternoon. It's Saturday, July 10th, 2021. This is Gail Lloyd. And I just want to first say that, I will post loopy stuff occasionally on my Facebook page. And I just want to give you a rundown of what my day is like. Okay, so I get bludgeoned into wakefulness. Their target of choice is my jaw and teeth, or other parts of my head, with electrochemical weapons from this dying gang in bunkers beneath my property. They keep upping and upping the concentration of the chemical toxins and keep mixing lethal combinations of chemicals to just try to subdue me, to become their remotely viewed prostitute, failed mind control technology. And the gang leaders down there, most of them are teenagers, and the gang leaders are now completely brain dead and just have no volition. They're reduced to just guttural cussing and just completely remote controlled by Raytheon Chemical Company to just shoot at me almost every waking moment of my day. They're shooting me in the face right now, and rib cage and teeth. And so I go throughout my day in incredible pain. And so I stagger out of my back corner of bedroom and start doing, I average about 4 loads of laundry every day because I go through so much bedding and clothing that gets so contaminated it has to be washed over and over again, and try to make some kind of breakfast. I turn on a stove burner and open a vent and put hot water in the sink, and for most of my day I create these columns of heat because these weapons are heat censored. And there I stand for hours in between the 2 heat columns, still blocking with both my wrists the assaults coming at me, or ice packs, damp towels. And I can't even read anymore. And, it's so hard for me to understand. I have to deal with the terrible, terrible grief because I took a stand. I hear hundreds of kids have died now, either from starvation or disease, or horrifyingly traumatic. I hear a lot of them during Drano because they couldn't stand suffering with their wounds and privations, and they couldn't stand to shoot at me anymore. But the intensity of the weapons keeps escalating, and it's really hard for me to understand that. I guess I did hear an underground deep state police officer through their underground bunkers say that they've upped the technology, so perhaps there's fewer shooters, but the power of the weapons is increased. And so it's fighting for my life. Every day I almost get mutilated or killed as I try to go out to shop for essentials, detox remedy and food. And so by the end of the day, I'm just exhausted from the suffering. And I find that if I get inebriated to a certain point, they'll back off the assaults. So around 4 or 5, I'll take a half dozen pain reduction remedies. I don't do drugs, but I'll take aspirin and turmeric and things like that quiets down the pain. And I'll start drinking vodka. And usually by the second vodka, an hour after taking those remedies, the pain backs way down, and I get into a more relaxed state. And they know at this point that they can't, it's sort of more futile for them to try and mind control me. But they'll still keep shooting. You know, go into a detox bath for a few hours, and you know, occasionally they'll get frustrated and angry. And like yesterday, they shot the heck out of one of my eyes to the point that I was screaming as loud as I was capable of, because I just couldn't block it. And then about 8 o'clock, they start plying me with this. It's supposed to be a remedy for epilepsy, but it creates Tourette's syndrome type of symptoms. So now I'm very drunk, exhausted, traumatized, and they hit me with this drug, and I blank out. And then the next day, like what happened this morning is I go on Facebook, and there's this loopy video that I posted where, you know, I look crazy, and I'm saying stuff that I don't remember recording, you know, or writing, as the case may be, in the night. And, you know, that's all psychological warfare to try to get people to no longer respect who I am, and to, you know, cause me to have lower self-esteem. And it's really hard. It's terrible emotional abuse on top of the physical abuse. So I just wanted to explain what I'm dealing with right now. I remain stalwart in resisting this evil. It's, you know, worse than concentration camps in Nazi Germany, because not only are kids dying in a concentration camp type of manner, but they've also been trained and armed to kill other children, or maim other children, or abort fetuses. And you know, if I had fallen, they would have franchised this across the nation. And so at least I've stopped this evil, but it is heartrending because I can hear them talk, and I can hear their suffering and their crying, and they're describing the horrific conditions that they're living in. So anyway, you know, I'm mainly doing this video to show you that I haven't gone crazy yet. And so I guess I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for those of you who understand and are sympathetic. And, you know, those who mock me and try to poison me, you know, not just authoritarian men, but women and children. When I go out and try to shop, check in with yourselves. You know, what happened to your humanity? I mean, knowing the suffering I'm going through, and that being surrounded with a concentration camp of children dying in agony, and you think I'm a fun Pokemon Go game to try to inflict your poison on me while I'm out and about. You need to do a check-in about that. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.